Hey, what's up, you guys? I know I haven't done a video in a long time, but I've been super busy and super tired, obviously, from my pregnancy. I'm 26 weeks now. Yeah, so I'm over halfway. I've also gotten married, hence the ring. We also fortunately got a new member of the family. Let me see. Come here. Come here, sweetie. Come here. You're okay. You're okay. She doesn't like being held, so she's probably gonna squeal. But we got a kitty. We just got a kitty. We got her 2 weeks ago. Her name is Tiger Lily. Yeah, she doesn't like being held. And now she's gonna steal the show. She likes to play with my iPad. They can actually do stuff on it. It's really funny. But unfortunately, her and Roscoe don't get along that greatly. So I always have to keep a spray bottle around to spray her and make sure she behaves. But the reason we named her Tiger Lily is because she is orange. She has an orange and white coat. And her original owner, we actually got it from a friend of Michael's who is also pregnant, but she's super close. She actually gave birth like a couple of days ago, I think. So she was like super close, and she goes to the same prenatal clinic that I do, and she was like, hey, do you want a kitten? And they wouldn't let her keep the cat because apparently there's something in the litter. It's not the litter, it's the poop. There's like some kind of bacteria in kitty's poop that will hurt the baby and cause you to have miscarriage. So doctor's like, you can't keep the cat. Fortunately, our dog Roscoe, he's back there chewing on a stick. Anyways, Roscoe eats her poop. It sounds gross, and as gross as that sounds, it's like the best thing in the world he could do. Yeah, she's kind of mean sometimes, so, yeah, I've been quite scratched up lately, just from the cat. Well, most of the time she doesn't know what she just thinks she's playing, and then it just like, nope, you're not playing. We were gonna get her declawed, because we thought all that meant was, like, they just snip the nails off, or like, pull out. There's actually a surgical procedure where they cut off part of their paw, like for us it would be like the very tips, or like the very first joint of each of our hands, and they cut that off of the cat so they can't have claws, and that is just, she's falling asleep. That is just terrible. Terrible. It's actually illegal in most countries except the United States, which of course it is. Anyways, so we're not going to get her declawed. We're going to do something better. We're going to get her rubber tips for her claws, so she doesn't like scratch the shit out of everybody, including the poor dog. I think that's why Roscoe doesn't like her, is because he'll be like resting and she'll come up and start scratching his face, and he's just like, no. Oh, she's asleep. It's so adorable. I also need to give you a bath. Yes. Actually, you technically can't give kittens baths. I will wash you off. That is what I would do. She's cute. I love her to death, but anyways, so yeah, new member of the family, I'm married. It's not much different. Unfortunately, we are still living at Michael's parents' house, but we're still looking for places to move out. Um, he has a very good job. Working, he works second shift now. With Electrolux, and he is a forklift operator, and he does inventory, so he counts like how many parts they have of each thing in each box, and he does that for about 8 hours a day, and I'm like, that sounds so boring, but apparently he has lots of fun, because he gets to ride this little thingy up and down, and I'm like, that's cool. The forklift thingy. She's so cute when she's asleep. She's cute all the time, but she can be a meanie butt. Michael didn't really want to get her because he doesn't like cats very much. And he's also allergic. And so is his dad. And so when we got her, he's like, we'll keep her for a week. And if my allergies get really bad, then I'm just gonna, we're gonna have to get rid of her. And I was like, okay. So we tried her out we've had her for 2 weeks now. So I'm glad we got to keep her. And I shouldn't say she's sweet. She's not sweet. Well, what cat is sweet, She has her moments. And we thought she was house trained, and she's not completely house trained. She knows where her litter box is, but sometimes she just decides not to go in it, so yeah. No, the first night that we had her, she actually peed on Michael. And in the bed, which I can understand that because she didn't know where her litter box was. So we used to put her litter box in 2 places. We used to bring it in here at night so she could have it, and then we would leave it out in the living room for when she was out there, playing and stuff. And so we would put it back in 2 places. And I read somewhere that you're supposed to leave it in like 1 spot because they'll remember to go there. And she's had a few accidents where the litter box was literally right there, and she didn't know, and she kept going to the door and like scratching at it. I didn't know if she wanted to get fed or if she had to pee or what. I didn't know, so I put her in her litter box, and she was like, "Oh, litter box," and then she just like left, and I was like, okay, so she doesn't have to go to the bathroom. And then she pooped in the floor, and I was like, ugh. At least Roscoe cleaned it up, He's a good dog. I think he was a little bit jealous, because I've had to take care of the kitten, and well, now technically we have 6 animals living in this house. 5 of them are ours. One of them is Chloe. She's the oldest dog here, and she's also been here the longest. So, she is, I think, 11 years old, if I remember. And she is kind of going downhill, so she probably won't be alive for very much longer. And she's more of his parents' dog. She sleeps in their room, Second would be Jackson. He's the second oldest. He's 8 years old. He's more of our guard dog, which he does a very good job at being a guard dog. He's a really sweet dog, though, and he's going blind, so he runs into things and falls and trips, and I feel bad. He's the only one that is, like, trained. Well, except for Chloe. But she's not really trained. She just kind of taught herself. But he's the best behaved out of all the animals. Well, out of all the dogs. Roscoe is a puppy. He's 1 year old. So he's still pretty young, so he has, quite a ways to go. Then we have the kitty, who's, she is 7 weeks old. So, or she's 8 weeks old, because we got her when she was 6 weeks old. So she is really young, so, she still probably will make mistakes and pee in different places. Anyways, then we have a guinea pig, Pumpkin, who I don't know how old she is, but we've had her for a while. She's getting fat. She doesn't really do much. All I do is feed her and make sure she has water, and we used to, play with her or pick her up, and now if you try to pick her up, she's too scared and she'll claw your hand to death. Her claws are really long and sharp, so she's about as bad as the cat when it comes to clawing. So I stopped trying anymore. And then we have a fish, which obviously probably won't last much longer because Michael won me the fish at the fair, the county fair when I was here, and yeah, I had fun going to the county fair actually. I was gonna try to work at the state fair, which is still going on this week, and that did not work out. It pissed me off so bad because we filled out the paperwork and took our drug test, and the lady's come in at 9 o'clock. So we come in at 9 and there's this huge group of people there, and it's people from out of town were getting jobs before us. And we stood there and people that just filled out the paperwork, just got their drug test done, and they got jobs before us. And it just really pissed me off. And we were standing around, and I'm pregnant, so I was my back was hurting, I didn't feel good, so I was like, babe, can we just go? We've been here for an hour and a half. Let's just go. And he's like, yeah. I probably could have gotten a job there, and they probably would have helped me, but we were just sick and tired of standing around and me not feeling good. And there were people smoking, and so I was getting nauseous from the cigarette smoke, so I was like, no, I'm good. So yeah, that really pissed me off. But anyways, we also had an amazing honeymoon. We went to the Wilderness in the Smokies, which is near Pigeon Forge. And it's a water resort. But the dumb thing about it was we paid a lot of money and half the resort was closed down. The outside part was closed, and but just the inside part was open, and the arcade, and the inside part was cool. We went in the wave pool, and we went in the hot tub for a little bit. Even though I'm pregnant, I can still stay in a hot tub for 10 minutes at most. You probably shouldn't stay in there for more than 15. But, so I got to go in a hot tub, which felt really nice because I kept having to remind Michael, I was like, I can't get in a hot tub because he's been wanting a hot tub, and I'm just like, I can't get in it. Not yet. Anyways, so yeah, that was nice. It was a nice day. We actually went to a petting zoo, and we went to Knife Works, which was this huge store, and it was full of knives, and we actually bought a knife, which I have in here. We got this one for about $40, which I was really, really, really excited about. It's got dragons on it, and it's really cool, and I just thought it was interesting. They actually had replicas of all the swords from Lord of the Rings, which I loved. I love Lord of the Rings, but they weren't for sale. So I was like, I would have gotten one of those, but they're probably in the hundreds. We actually got quite a bit of money for our wedding, which, sadly to say, all came from my side of the family. We got $650. 600 of it came from my dad, and the $50 came from a lady that goes to Michael's church. But none of his family gave us any gifts, and they're kind of being assholes to me and Michael, and disrespecting me as a person and an adult. So that is another reason why we want to get the fuck out of here. Another reason is this house is insanely dirty. There's nothing I can really do about it because I don't have a vacuum cleaner that works, and there's nothing well, Roscoe kind of made it more dirty because he poops on the floor, but he is not house trained. Still not house trained. But anyways, I am rambling now, and I'm gonna let y'all go now, and I hope you have a good day and keep safe, especially with the hurricanes happening, and good luck in your future, and please be praying for me and my family, including the animals, that they'll just get along. But yeah, I will talk to you later, pal.